What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very 9th episode of Locked from the Other Side, where a group of friends...
Whoa, we pulled that out of nowhere.
Oh, nice Santa hat.
Where a group of friends with Santa hats come together to discuss all the nerdy news you could shake a stick at. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Beauregard, joined as always by Gio Pimentel,
Here I am.
Mike Amaral,
Yo.
and Santa Tom.
Happy Festivus.
Festivus.
You pulled out a Santa hat.
Where did you
on
get that from?
Hanukkah, no less.
We've been here for like a half hour.
That
We
was
haven't even
definitely
seen
up your ass.
I put it in my sweatshirt pocket and then I put it under my shirt.
That's
And
clever.
You didn't see me
Clever
walk around
girl.
like I was holding my pregnant belly.
Well, I thought you were pregnant.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a hat.
It was a hat the whole time.
The whole time.
This
Look at
hat.
that. You fooled us all.
I did. I got you guys with a good one.
My good. You got it.
On Hanukkah,
Thank
no
God.
less.
On Hanukkah, no less. Because guess what? Tomorrow is Christmas Eve.
It is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is
It was not that.
Wow,
That was not what I wanted for
so
Christmas.
bad.
I know, but then again, that song's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was not what I wanted for Christmas. Can I re-
He wants me. He did.
Did it-
I got you a gift receipt, don't worry.
Did it go okay? It came with a gift receipt. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Get something I really want.
So I guess we're going to talk about the best and worst things of 2015 as voted on by the co-founders of Locked from the Other Side. Minus Cody and Eric.
Yeah. Where are they?
I miss them so
Well,
much.
that's the worst of
Oh, they dead?
2015.
They're
Which,
not dead.
which one?
You ask if they're dead every week.
Both. They are dead. Are they dead?
They are dead. Yes.
And then
are
they just
dead.
come back to life.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I was dead for 2 weeks.
You were
It's
dead
true.
for 2
You've been
weeks.
gone.
Just like Leonardo DiCaprio in that Revenant movie. I'm coming back.
You're not gonna.
Spoilers.
Got raped by a bear.
He didn't get raped by a bear.
There was a report that he got raped by a bear
Oh boy.
twice.
Twice.
It does say that in the report. It says he got raped twice.
For real?
Means he liked it.
He came back for seconds.
At that point, is it a rape?
that bear smoked a cigarette in bed, and that was like
Oh,
round
man.
2.
That is so terrible.
But I guess we're gonna go around the table. So we're gonna go best movie, best. Want to divide it 3 categories:
Best
TV
movie,
show,
best-
movie,
Yeah, in game.
game, and then we'll go the worst.
I need time to think about the worst because
Yeah, I assume we're going worst. I find it hard to be negative. So
Bullshit.
the reason why we're not
I do.
doing. We've all seen Star Wars, but the reason why we're not doing a full Star Wars spoiler episode is because we're waiting for Dyer. And
that, and I'm waiting for my proposal to Daisy Ridley to be answered. So
Hasn't
until
been-
then,
Hasn't been answered?
no,
I'm
I know.
shocked.
She doesn't have a
She's my
Twitter,
new
so
crush,
I
too.
can shut up.
I think she's everyone's
I'll fight you for her.
crush. There's no
I'd
fighting.
win. You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Oh my god.
Okay, so who wants to start off with their best of? Have you been thinking the longest?
Gio's
Pointing
pointing
it
it
your
out.
idea.
It was Gio's
my
idea.
idea. Yeah, I had the idea. Big fucking deal. I wasn't thinking
Well,
about
all right.
it.
We'll
do best
first of all,
game
You
first.
want to go best game first?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
raise your hand, whoever wants.
All right, The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3.
Witcher
He
3.
goes Witcher.
Hands
Tell us
down.
why.
Hands down. It's incredible.
Visually, it
And
looks
visually,
amazing.
gameplay. I mean, the sword combat can be a bit wonky at times, but it wasn't a hindrance.
Hashtag wonky.
Hashtag what?
Hashtag
Wonky?
what? I was clearing my throat.
Wonky.
Wonky. It was a little wonky. Hashtag wonky. And the story was awesome. The
Like
story I haven't played is probably awesome, as in all the side quests.
Right.
Now there's DLC coming out because I needed another 200 hours of Witcher to play. There's literally so much to do in that game.
I think there's too
And
much to do.
There is a lot.
There is, but I got roped into that game. Fallout 4 I dropped out of. I was all set. I just started playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm actually roped into that. And Witcher 3 captured me for the pretty much the whole time, minus when I put in Batman and played Batman for a little while. But after I beat Batman, which was like a week, it was another month solid of The Witcher 3 after that.
I think the concept of The Witcher was awesome. Like, you're a monster hunter for hire. And
Yeah.
you don't even need to really play the main story. You can just
No, you
do
can hunt-
contracts
you can
and stuff.
hunt-
Just
hunt monsters. You can
That's
just-
awesome.
I haven't played the game, but it seems like a book series I actually really want to read.
It would
like
be.
based
It's a really
on,
good book
yeah,
series.
Yeah,
It's a really
Yeah.
good book series.
because I like the concept, like you were saying. I haven't played them just because I like RPGs, but more JRPGs than Western. So like I can't see myself sitting down and like giving 600 hours of my life to that game.
It's huge.
I like swords and goblins and ghouls.
Yeah, you're more. I know you do.
Oh my.
I do. I would love to read the books.
The books are really
sound
good.
great,
Yeah, the
but-
books are really good.
on top of just being a good game, the developer CD Projekt Red, they did an amazing job with continuously adding
free DLC.
adding free stuff that probably should have been in the game anyways, but they made it look good.
There's a
on them.
lot of free DLC.
There's a lot of free
I was just on the PlayStation Store looking at it because I was gonna reinstall it after I was done with Metal Gear.
It came with an instruction manual. I don't know if you remember. That in itself is just
a thank you letter.
right, a thank you letter.
They did a lot with that game that a lot of people don't do anymore.
No, not at all.
You mentioned CD Projekt Red. I really am interested in like I said, Witcher's not a game for me. Like I like the concept, like I'm saying, but that Cyberpunk game that they're working on next sounds like something I'd be more like.
They say it's even bigger than The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's based off a tabletop game.
It actually reminds me of, I don't know if it was a tabletop game, but for Super Nintendo, there was a game called Shadowrun, and there's kind of been spin-offs of it, but it kind of reminds me of...
Is it an endless runner?
It is not an endless runner.
Oh, okay.
But Shadowrun was kind of has the same feel of what they're describing. So I think
Was it Shadowrun a Nintendo game?
It's a...
Didn't you just say Super Nintendo?
It might be a
Super
Nintendo
Nintendo.
game. I think they made a Super Nintendo game and an
Shadowrun.
N64 game, and
Then
they were
there
both terrible.
Yeah.
But I think it's a Nintendo. Yeah, it was great. I loved that game, but any other game they made, Shadowrun, was awful. But yeah, no, I think The Witcher. That was going to be my choice as well. I think they did a great job, which is why I won Game of the Year. It deserved it.
Yeah.
It definitely deserved it.
Shadowrun. Wait, hang on.
Oh, you're doing
Is it a
some.
board game?
No,
No.
it was. I think
They made like a
tabletop
GameCube
game.
version, I think, of it, Shadowrun, where it's just it was like a multiplayer
They
game.
actually even made a 360 version. Which
Yeah, that was it.
Really
Hang on.
Video games.
We got news here.
A breaking news bulletin.
Sega Genesis.
Oh, there was a Sega version.
1994.
There's the Super Nintendo one.
There's no Nintendo one, right?
No, there's it says titled Shadowrun, developed by Beam Software for the Super Nintendo.
Okay, it was Super Nintendo.
Second was also titled Shadowrun, was released on Sega Genesis.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it was Super Nintendo. I was right the first time. Yeah, that's what the new one, as they describe it, sounds like.
This is a complete aside. After making my breaking news bulletin joke, I realized I would love to have drops on this show. Just play drops
We're gonna need
on his
buttons
board. He
and
just
shit.
yeah,
like
sound effects. Pew, pew, pew.
All right. So
Apparently, there was a Shadowrun Hong Kong, which was a turn-based game that came out this year.
Yeah,
It's raining pretty hard.
it's raining.
It's pouring. It should be snowing, but it's not.
No, it's like
thank
60 degrees.
God it's not
Global warming.
Can have a cookout on Christmas.
How am I gonna get my reindeer around? Reindeer aren't used to the warmth.
Oh, that's right. You're Santa. Today.
We don't deliver Christmas presents to
Is it
anybody
gonna
in
go to the
warmer
pound?
climates.
Is it what?
Is the reindeer gonna go to the pound because they think it's a dog? I love that movie. Like of all the like Christmas specials, Year Without a Santa Claus is the one that like I will sit down.
I don't
and
even know
watch
what that is.
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Year Without a Santa Claus?
I'm Mr.
It's no
White
Die Hard.
Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
That just reminds me of Batman and Robin.
He stole that from that. The
Alright.
Snow Miser. It's a Rankin basket. You guys are shy. Like it's the
He's
best.
speechless.
No, it's like most like can take or leave Rudolph and like Frosty and stuff like that. But like the one Christmas special that they show every year is like that one. I record it, I watch it, I love it. Mostly for those two parts.
Okay.
Where the Snow Miser and Heat Miser, but there's like so they go to the quick synopsis. Santa wants to stay home because he thinks people don't believe in Santa anymore and they don't need him. But the two elves go
'Cause
with
kids suck.
pretty much. They go to a baby reindeer. They go with a baby reindeer to prove that kids still care about them. But they end up getting in between Snow Miser and Heat Miser's fight.
Is this a live action claymation animation?
It's a Rankin and Bass, so like
Okay.
puppets and like stop motion type
Yep.
stuff. And they crash land in the Southtown, USA, I believe is actually the name of the town. But because the reindeer's not used to the weather, it gets sick and the dog hunter grabs it. Like he goes to the pound and Santa has to bail him out. It's a great fucking movie.
This sounds like something I
I'm
would
ruining
not
it,
like.
but like you would actually probably like, sit down with the kiddies and
All right,
watch
maybe,
Year Without a Santa
Maybe they'll
Claus.
watch that. Not me.
So
You would actually
Witcher.
Witcher. We're totally off topic.
Witcher, Stitcher.
Watch that mouth of yours.
Borgon.
Mine, it's actually probably Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain. It's the game I spent the most time with.
But it's an open world RPG now.
I know, but it's like
I know.
it's just so
They totally changed the concept. Which
It's so good though.
I like,
It's
I like
just
those
so
style of games,
good.
but I love the older style
Yeah.
games. Like they, you know.
yeah.
I like the older style of game, but there was something about the RPG aspect and the missions that kept me just going back and playing it. Like, it's the game that I spent the most time with after I beat. Like, Fallout I beat and I was done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've gone back and I tried to play it. I've actually beaten it every faction way. Excuse me. But Metal Gear Solid, I put another 40, 45 hours in after I beat it. And I just keep going back. It's like, there's one thing I want to get, but I know I'm never going to get it because I'm just not good enough. If you get an S rank on all the missions, you can play as Raiden, Cyborg Raiden.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
But I'm just not good enough to get the S rank. I know I'm not going to be able to. So,
Is that a trophy?
yeah, it's a trophy
Yeah.
and you get to play as him. So, like, it's not just a costume. It changes the character and everything. Like, you can run with, like, super speed and
That's
stuff.
Pretty cool.
But I want to play as that. But, I mean, I like the episode, how they turned it into, like, a TV structure rather than a movie because everyone knows Kojima likes cinematic feel.
Yeah.
Right.
But this one's more episodic. So, like, you go on a mission, it's, like, starring, and it tells you everyone that's in it. It's scenario by Hideo Kojima, and it's the structure's great. It doesn't have the same memorable bosses of the other Metal Gears, but I mean, I there's enough in it that I liked, loved even, and I don't want to spoil anything because
I like
you're
just playing
it, but-
actually as a soldier for once.
Yeah,
I feel more like I'm actually a soldier because you feel like a soldier, but then like the bosses are memorable
Yeah.
and stuff. But it's so weird that I'm like, I don't know. I feel almost like I'm some line between superhero and soldier, and
honestly, that game has a great soundtrack.
It does have an
80s
awesome soundtrack.
and
Yeah.
there's nothing.
Gio would hate
better.
it.
You would hate it, but I'm telling
Why would I hate it?
you hate the 80s. There's nothing better than calling in your helicopter, people firing all around you. You need to get a, emergency exit. You gotta, the LZ is hot. And all of a sudden, the helicopter comes in blaring, "We're the kids in America." And you just jump on, take the gunner seat, and just start shooting people. But yeah, I would say that's my favorite game of 2015.
Okay.
Was Metal Gear Solid 5.
Cool.
Everyone should play it.
I would,
Even if you're not a fan of Metal Gear Solid like before, I think it's a good
Yeah.
entry point that you don't need to know too much
you
about
really
the series.
don't even need to play any of the other
And
Metal Gear
it's
games.
just
and it's a totally
great.
different style
But if
of
you
game now.
but if you do know stuff about Metal Gear, like if you're a big Metal Gear fan like I was, everything's still in there for you, like tying the series up in a nice bow before Kojima
What did he
rode
do?
out to the win.
He ran away. He
Fly,
flew
fly.
away.
He literally sawed off his own leg to get away from Konami.
He's free as a bird now.
Thank God.
So, Mike, what is your game of
I
2015?
mean, I haven't played it enough, but Fallout 4 was pretty awesome. I only beat one faction. I'm still kind of grinding away. But other than that, shout outs to
What faction by that, out of curiosity?
Minutemen.
Minutemen.
Minute first. I'm like in the middle of doing Brotherhood. I don't know. It was just a pain in the ass because I beat it on accident.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, now I got to go back. And
It's actually
find-
kind of a short game.
yeah.
Yeah,
if
the
you're just
main
playing
quest
main
line,
quests
yeah.
are
It's
really
very
short.
short.
But shout outs to Dying Light.
I love that game as well. I never beat it, but I love
God,
that
me
game.
and Gio played the shit out of that
I
game.
love that game.
game's
I
so
think
good.
Dyer's the other one that I talk to about all the time. I'm like, yeah, we love that game. Did you beat it? No. Neither of us beat it, but
We beat that
I played
game.
a lot of it.
Oh, we played the shit out of that game. So Dying Light and Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yep.
Great game.
Visually.
Now that I have an
amazing.
Xbox, I still need to play that.
Yeah.
We can do
Hard as hell.
shout outs.
Haven't
Oh, I'm gonna do a shout out right
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
now. Oh, fuck that game.
Runners up, honorable mentions.
Well, because everyone knew I was going to pick Fallout, so I had to do a shout out.
That's true.
How about Bloodborne?
Didn't play enough of it. Played
I-
like
I've watched a
I
lot.
played a
of,
little
like,
bit.
I watched
watched
Dyer.
it.
He couldn't beat the first boss.
I watched
It's a
him
Dark
beat it.
Souls.
I think.
Obviously, it's a spin-off, kind of looking like Dark
Well, it's the
Souls.
same people.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
it
it's
looks
the
really
same
good.
people as Demon Souls.
Yeah. And Super Mario Maker, they're making.
Get out of here with your Nintendo shit. Like
Come on.
right away. I don't.
What's wrong with Nintendo?
what's right with them?
Well, Super Mario Maker. A lot of people love that game. Making those levels.
I wouldn't buy that game and make maps though. I'd buy it just to play other people's stuff.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people do that.
Now that we're doing honorable mentions for the PlayStation Vita, Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Oh.
It's a rhythm game,
Oh my
but the
God.
sound. No, what I really like about it is like I can leave or take a rhythm game. I mean, they're fun, but they're repetitive. But the soundtrack of the game, it's a lot of like fun like dance mixes to the. First of all, Persona 4 already has like a great score and soundtrack, but when you add like the dance disco mix to it, it's so fun to just watch like Teddy the bear just dancing to like disco music. It's awesome. But that's my honorable mention. Obviously, I liked Metal Gear Solid more, but just killing time, sitting on my couch, I'll dance all night to Persona.
That's so terrible.
You would like it. Honestly,
I don't
think
know.
if you played it, you actually would probably get it. Like you wouldn't be like you wouldn't play it as much as I did.
No, probably not.
But you would get a kick out of like just watch it. It's a beautiful game for a Vita game. I mean, Vita games are good looking.
They still make them?
Yeah.
Okay.
This came out this year.
No, I know.
2015.
I'm only pulling your leg.
You're busting some balls.
I wouldn't touch his balls, but
Please don't.
Tickling the scrotum.
so did you have an honorable mention? You look like you
Yeah,
were
it was
doing
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh, yeah, you serious with
Yeah, it was a really good game.
He legitimately liked that game.
That was a
I know,
really
I
good
know you
game.
legitimately
It was a
liked it.
Did you have an honorable mention?
I did Super Mario Maker.
It's unfortunate for
Must
you.
have tuned it out because it was Nintendo.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with
What's your
Nintendo?
honorable mention, Eric?
Oh, mine was Persona 4 dancing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's terrible.
We're terrible. We don't listen to each other at all.
No, I was
just repeating
I
the
was already moving. I was moving on to movies, so I was already.
Is that what we're gonna do? You
I was
wanna
looking
go
at
movies
movies
next?
next, so you can go first then.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I was
I
looking
Best
got
of
one.
2000.
I'll tell you right now.
Well-
It's want to do it on three. It's 1, 2, 3 Star Wars.
Oh no, mine's not.
One, two, three.
Mine's not Star Wars.
Mine is. So
Mine is.
You go first. Then. All right.
Mine-
But we'll do the two
We'll do
person
ours
thing
together.
later.
Whose is Star Wars? Is it all you guys except me?
Yeah, I have an honorable mention besides Star Wars.
Yeah, I have an honorable mention.
I was looking at movies that came out.
I have some issues with Star Wars. Don't get me wrong.
Sit the fuck down.
So I was looking at like
He is
movies
sitting.
that came out this year.
Stand the
and
fuck up.
I would have to say it's like a toss up right now between Creed, Spectre, and The Martian.
I haven't
And
seen The Martian.
Haven't
I
seen
really
The
want to
Martian
see
either.
it.
Leaning
see
a
it.
bit towards The Martian as
Okay.
my favorite movie of 2015. Obviously Star Wars, but I like those a lot because I've seen Star Wars.
you're gonna see
I
one
like
movie
Star
that's
Wars.
in
Those are
space.
something totally.
You go see Star Wars
Yes. That took place a long time ago.
in a galaxy.
This one
way.
happened recently. You didn't hear about the guy who got stuck on Mars? The botanist? He was the best botanist on Mars?
So
Didn't you hear about that?
if you had to pick one of the three, which one would you lean to?
Which
Because
one-
I haven't
Which
seen The
one
Martian,
would
but I like two of
immediately
those
go,
movies.
Like, what would I go see again out of those three?
Yeah, like if you had to watch a movie right now, like if we were all sitting here and like we're stuck here because of the rain, and we had those three movies, which one
Oh my
would you
God, it's
suggest?
raining. We're stuck here.
Why am I
Worse
driving?
than Halloween.
Can't drive in the rain. The Martian.
Martian.
Yeah, I think it's The Martian.
What about Inside Out? Has anyone seen that?
I liked Inside Out. It was a very good movie.
I'll tell you
seen it
why I haven't seen Inside Out.
What about?
I'm not a 12-year-old girl, so I
about-
choose to watch 12-year-old boy movies like Star Wars.
like Star Wars. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Hated it. That's actually my worst.
Really?
All right, don't go there yet. Okay, Furious 7. Let's take it easy. Let's. That's your best, I know, isn't it?
What?
Furious 7.
No, my best is it is a 7, but it's The Force Awakens.
Star Wars.
I
Okay.
do have some honorable mentions though. So.
So, yeah, I just like The Martian because it was something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to go see it. I mean, I want to see it, but it's just finding time with all the other stuff that's out.
I didn't go watch a lot of movies this year.
There
Did The
weren't many
Martian
good
come
ones.
out around the same time as Creed. That's probably why I didn't see it.
No, came out in October.
Was that when Spectre came out?
Yes.
There's a reason I didn't see it. I know there was like
it
another
was like a
movie
week
the
in
theater.
between, definitely.
Okay.
Well, I got my worst of 2015 for movies, but we're not going to go
We're
there
doing
yet.
best first.
So what's best, Gio?
Oh, it's got to be Star Wars.
So-
I mean, although,
Star Wars.
well, like I said, I do have some issues with it. I don't know if you want.
No, we're not talking.
no, a little
Okay.
bit. A little bit. Don't go like.
Don't get spoilery. Spoilery.
Yeah, don't spoil. We're
Okay.
we're gonna do a spoiler cast.
we're gonna do a
but-
spoiler.
All right,
episode, but-
let's just. There were some characters that were cut short. Okay.
No, okay.
And they essentially, I know people loved the fact that they copied basically A New Hope, almost to a T. But it kind of disappointed me.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Loved it.
I
That's what I want.
loved it, and I loved A New Hope. But I mean,
It was
Hope's-
it was
New Hope's-
familiar.
New
I mean,
Hope's my least favorite of
Too
the original
familiar.
trilogy, but
oh, mine too. But
it was too familiar,
No. It just had some story
and
beats.
the callbacks kind of got annoying.
I would disagree with that. I mean, they were charming enough that I felt like they didn't get in the way.
Yeah.
They never got
And
in
if
the way
anything,
to me. That's the thing. Like,
it gave.
even like I recognize the movie beats that you're talking about. Like,
But it's almost like they did it, and then like they could have looked at the camera and say, "Hey, look what we just
No,
did."
no,
there
I think it
isn't.
gave
No,
like
there
some
isn't.
character and stuff to a lot of.
You just really wanted Harrison Ford to do that. You wanted Harrison Ford to not give a fuck and just look at the
Harrison
camera.
Ford
Just kind of
generally
break the
doesn't give a
wall,
fuck.
the third wall there.
But
great
You
movie.
wanted him to Zach Morris
Fantastic
the hell out of that movie.
No, AC Slater.
time out.
time
Time out. I want to.
I think it was everything that I expected and wanted, and it was awesome.
I will say it's not what I expected, because I wrote. Here's something to plug. We started a blog.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that in a.
Yeah,
In the down
I'm being
belows.
better
Down
about
belows.
tweeting it too.
Yeah, we'll tweet it.
Hey, I'm wearing pants.
You wearing a kilt?
But I did a blog already, and it was reasons like I love Star Wars. It made me love Star Wars again. Not that, and I'll say I don't hate the prequels. We'll get into this more when we go to the Star
Yeah.
Wars thing. But I don't hate the prequels. I actually like some of them more than
For what
others.
they were.
2.5 of them.
Yeah. But but it made me love Star Wars again, and I think it's because I went in baseline. I avoided the trailers. I avoided you guys because you were hyping it way too much, and I didn't want to
But
go
I
in.
still
like,
loved it.
No, I'm saying you can enjoy it that way
Oh,
too.
yeah.
But for me, what I wanted was to go in and just
Not know
watch
anything.
it, not
Yeah.
know anything, not get too excited in case it was a
The
letdown.
thing is,
But
like,
I love this movie. I saw it again today with my dad, and it's
We
just
gotta
a
go
perfect
see it
movie
again,
to see
by the
with your
way.
Oh,
dad.
I'm going at least 3 more times.
But I just love it. I love every single new character. There's not a new character I don't like. Even that fucking BB-8. And I work at Target, and we had a model
And
BB-8
it's
that just fucking beeps all the time. And I was like, I'm gonna hate this motherfucker. And
He was one of the coolest-
goddamn adorable as BB-8.
He was
won me
one of the
over.
coolest droids. I don't even like R2D2 as C3PO.
I thought you were about to say you don't like R2D2 anymore. I was
No,
like,
no, no.
what the hell?
Well, like, how can you like a droid? I mean, all they do is fucking beep, right?
I loved
But
R2D2.
BB-8 had such character. We're not doing this. Are we doing this? We can't be doing this right
no
now.
spoiler stuff.
I'm not spoiling stuff. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
I think we're going into too much detail.
BB-8 was awesome.
I'm just gonna say I'm waiting for your answer on your proposal, Miss Ridley.
broke my
I love
glass.
you.
You would have been fine.
What are you waiting for?
I love you, Miss Ridley.
No.
Me
Please
too.
Marry me.
I'll
No,
fight.
not-
I'll fight Eric for you.
I'll
Carrie
win.
Fisher, what you do? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Please.
Yikes.
Oh, man. Ugh. Yuck.
Whichever one answers first. I'm not partial. But please, Mrs. Ridley, please. But okay, so honorable mentions then, since all of us chose Star Wars. I'm gonna go first because I'm kind of piggybacking off Tom's. I loved Creed. If I was gonna pick my second favorite movie of the year, it would be Creed. I liked Spectre, but I mean, the two movies that like I would sit in a theater and watch back to back, just like on a loop, rather than spend Christmas with my family, is Star Wars and Creed. And pretty much for the same reason. It's stuff I loved as a kid coming back, but existing in the same world. It doesn't feel like a remake or a reboot or even a prequel. It's same world, same characters I love, but with new characters that I've fallen in love with. Daisy Ridley. But
I hear she's pretty.
I heard.
I don't think
that.
she's just pretty. Like, I think she's a lovely person. All her interviews, she's funny.
It's our
Marry
first
me.
movie.
Oh, yeah. And Mad Max.
Yes, that's actually the other one. I was
Oh,
gonna say.
okay.
Mad Max. I love Fury Road. I've seen it like 3 times. I wrote a paper for it in a class, but I love those 3 movies. Are my top 3 movies.
And Pitch Perfect, too.
I don't
And
think
half.
that came out this year, but I do love that movie. I actually got it. Oh, it did come out. That's 4.
For one reason, though.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna
But
Kendrick,
Daisy
okay.
Ridley, what I'm telling you, she means nothing. Anna Kendrick means nothing to me.
Oh, boy.
Who else has honorable mentions?
I mean, I'm looking at some here. You like Magic Mike, right? Double XL?
No, I wasn't a fan of that one.
Oh, no.
Not enough XL for me.
Oh, okay.
More like XS.
I watched The Minions with my son.
Oh, that's cool.
How is that? Because they're just terrifying little Twinkie demons.
Twinkie Demons. It was actually pretty cool. I don't know.
Shout out to Terminator Genesis.
That came out, huh?
Yeah, I saw it. I mean,
My
Fun.
honorable mention behind Star Wars. Let's see. I didn't really watch a lot of
I
movies
wanted
that
to
came out this
see
year.
Ant-Man. I haven't seen that.
Oh, that's a good movie.
it's pretty good.
I would say
Jurassic World. Shout out to Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
What about? I know you're gonna get into this, but
Jurassic
Avengers
World
Age
I've already
of Ultron.
watched
I
a
like the
couple
Avengers Age
times.
of Ultron. I'd put that at number 2.
Yeah, I like the opening scene for sure.
I think that whole movie's great.
Yes, I agree.
That and a good independent film for the horror fans.
I'd watch
It
Ant-Man.
Follows. Good movie.
I'd put Ant-Man over Avengers.
I gotta watch it.
Only because it's like I've seen Avengers already. Ant-Man was new and was better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Gonna be.
Yep.
So
Guardians of the Galaxy is still my favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah, same here.
It's also the one I've watched the most too.
I watch it all the time. I
Yeah.
put it on.
mine is 1990 Captain America.
1990.
I think Daredevil
No,
beats all
I
of
just
it.
made that one
I'll
up.
change- I like Dolph Lundgren's Punisher if we're going that route.
But that is a Captain America that does exist. I think it was 1990. It
I
came
think
out.
Daredevil beats every Marvel movie.
Oh, it's a TV show.
But
we're
it's a
getting
TV
into
show.
TV
It
shows.
doesn't matter.
We'll go
Different
down that
medium.
route because I assume that's fuck it. So are we gonna go TV shows now?
TV shows.
TV
Well,
shows.
just to say, I don't have any worst movies or worst
Yes, you do.
games even.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
We're
Yes,
not
you
doing
do.
worst yet. We're coming
But like
back.
that I went to go see in theaters.
No, you wouldn't go.
No, just anything.
You would never go see a bad movie or a movie you didn't really like in theater.
Oh wait, hang on. I got
I
one I
did.
can use. I got one that I can use that I like
We're coming back.
We'll
We're
get
doing
to that,
best
but we're
TV
gonna go
shows.
best TV
Best TV
shows.
shows.
All right. So how are we doing this? Does it have to be a new TV series to 2015?
It came out.
Can
in
it be a
Or
new
it could be a
season?
show that you think
Or
found
can
its stride.
Can it be a show that
the
you
season had to
liked,
come out this.
that you
year.
binge watched within the last month?
Nah, just the whole
What do
year.
you got in your mind, Tom?
Luther.
Luther?
When did that come out?
Luther. Well, the 4th season just came out last week.
I'm gonna make a ruling. I'll allow it.
All right, I'm going with Luther.
Luther.
But if you had another choice,
Mostly because that's a show I'm interested in and I
Yeah.
want to hear about it.
I'm actually kind of interested in too.
So regale us.
Holy shit!
No spoilers because I am
All
gonna
right,
watch
no
it.
spoilers. I might watch
Do you
it.
like Idris Elba?
I love Idris Elba.
All right, so
Hold on, let me
that's
get a
it.
beer.
beer time. Beer
Keep
him.
talking.
So, Idris Elba, detective, kind of like a special crimes unit, but like extremely. There is some,
What time period is
but
this?
it's present day.
Present day.
Present day. Yep. It's some.
This is a BBC show too. Right?
Yeah, some really fucked up, heinous murders and you name it is what like. There's some murders that I was like, wow, this is. You would never see this on TV here.
So is it,
There's like, let me give an example of one of the killers.
Jack the Ripper?
It's present day.
No, well,
New
there's
Jack the
well, there's
Ripper.
one that there's
Obviously,
one guy who
New Jack City.
he bases himself. he bases
Yeah.
Spring Heel Jack. Have you ever heard of Spring
Oh,
Heel
I love
Jack?
Spring Hill Jack.
Yeah, it's a quest in Oblivion.
No.
Well, like
Yeah,
the
it is.
actual the
It's a
actual
band.
like the actual like fiction of Spring
Yeah,
Heel
yeah,
Jack from
yeah.
like the 1800s.
Oh, then no. I just know the band.
Okay. this guy bases himself on Spring Heel Jack and would kill for attention.
Okay.
And would do it, set it up in front of the cameras because they have all CCTV all around. It's all in London.
Foggy.
So
Is it foggy?
it's not foggy.
Oh.
It's not that foggy.
Do
Another
the
one-
characters sound like they're
This-
from London?
You sound
They
like you're
do.
from London.
The show
There-
sucks and it's not foggy.
there-
You know.
There was
Foggy.
another guy who was eating the hearts of his victims and then
Oh, wow.
the brains of his
You know what? This
victims
sounds like
and
something I'd really be interested in.
It's,
honestly.
it's
this like-
very good.
It does
It's-
sound
That's what
really
drew
good.
no,
you in.
not eating
so it's-
people's hearts. I've done it once,
Is it
but
like
I mean,
case of the week, or do these killers like
Yes,
have
so-
like 3 episodes each? Or
So
something
the
like
first season's the longest season. It's 6 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much almost a case an episode, but with this overarching case from the
Okay.
first episode that kind of keeps creeping up in
that? So
each of
it's
the 6.
serialized with procedural.
Right. So, but
elements,
then
okay.
following that is 4 episode seasons. So season 2 and 3, both 4 episodes. So it's like a first part 1, which will be 1 case for 2 episodes, then
Okay.
another case for the last 2, and then this season 4 was only 2 episodes, and it was 1 case for those 2 episodes.
why does BBC do that? They
It's
fuck-
better. It's
they
better.
just
honestly.
know they can tell better stories that way.
and they're probably longer
And
than
eat-
an
eat
hour,
great.
right?
I appreciate
Like an
it.
hour
Are they
and
an
a
hour
half.
and a half?
They're an hour and a half.
I'll skip that one then.
55 minutes.
Oh,
like
wow.
Sherlock.
So an hour.
Okay.
But that's what I appreciate.
But
Like,
Sherlock
I'd rather
is-
get 3 high quality episodes.
Well, I don't know about high quality with Sherlock. Usually, their second episode is kind of a little.
This son of a bitch.
A little.
If you're referring to Hounds of Baskerville, I love that episode.
No, but
that's the one everyone always gives shit to, and I love that episode.
But even if I've only watched 2 seasons of Sherlock, but their second episode always seems to be
Like a filler.
or doesn't it ties in kind of.
Sherlock has a different
You'd have to
setup.
look at the
Sherlock has a different setup though too.
This might be interesting for us as Doctor Who fans. You got to look at who the writer is. Is in the second episode usually Moffat? Because the way they do it is Gaddis writes an episode, Moffat writes an episode, and then they write one together.
It could be.
So you might not like Stephen Moffat, which a lot of Doctor Who fans don't.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it always seems like the second episode
Because that is the way they have it set up.
It
is
doesn't
very
really have
loosely
anything to
based
do-
on what
yeah,
they
yeah,
should
yeah.
be doing.
Yeah, which
honestly.
anyway, this season of Doctor Who was phenomenal.
Yes,
We're going
it
to talk
was.
about Stephen Moffat.
Nerds.
But
If Matt Moran's listening, we'll have you come on and talk about Doctor Who. With
I
us.
would love to have him come on and talk
he
about
knows
Doctor
far
Who.
more than either one
Yeah,
of us
he'll
do.
know, obviously.
He will
But-
just talk us under the table.
But
I'd have to read.
He'll
I'd
talk
have,
forever.
I'd
about
have to
Doctor Who.
rewatch the whole like all.
You guys
like,
have to prep for Matt Moran to come on.
absolutely, because that's
You want to have a Doctor Who episode?
I would love to have a Doctor Who episode. I'm very serious.
I know nothing
would
about
love
I
Doctor
know
Who.
an absolute.
I've watched one episode and it was the one with the crying angels.
Blink.
Yeah,
yeah. Blink.
which was great.
Which is we've had
weeping
this
Yeah, whatever.
angels.
We've had this conversation before where it's like it's a great episode and it's usually the one people tell non-Doctor Who fans to watch to get into Doctor Who, but it's also weird because it's the one that has the Doctor in it the least.
and it's
He's in
10.
it for like 10 minutes at the most.
and it's 10, right?
Yeah,
it's 10. It's 10. It's a
yeah.
Tenant season, and
and
Tenant
even
was
the companion's not in it.
Tenant's the best.
But yeah,
hands down the best
I mean,
Doctor.
I love David Tennant, but I actually Capaldi is slowly becoming like my favorite
Yeah,
Doctor.
because he's Scottish too.
Yeah, it's the Scottish Doctor.
It's the Scottish Doctor. Anyway, we were talking
So
about
Luther,
we were
Luther.
talking about Luther.
Who's next?
So
Poor guy.
yeah, Luther, incredible. Watch it, binge it,
I'm gonna watch
And
it.
then
it's on
wa-
Netflix too,
and
isn't
then
it?
watch some 30 for 30s after.
So yeah, it is on Netflix, right? Luther's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Speaking of Netflix, my favorite TV show is Jessica Jones,
Yes, it is really.
and I liked it even better than Daredevil. I thought Kristen Ritter was a revelation in it. I mean, I've seen her in tons of stuff, but I think she nails that role. She was born to play that role. I love it.
Tennant was awesome.
Tennant. We were just talking about David Tennant. David Tennant murders that. He
Yeah.
is the best Marvel villain.
yeah.
Period.
He was
like,
awesome.
I hold him up to Tom Hiddleston. I think he's better than Tom. I like Loki too. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't hate Loki, but I think David Tennant is perfect as Kilgrave.
He's scary.
He's scared, and that's the thing. Like, where you obviously just saw us nerd out about Doctor Who. I've seen him for years as the 10th.
I'm surprised the table didn't rise
And-
like a few feet.
And
well,
thank you. That's very.
no, I'm
that's
sorry.
very
not a few feet.
But there are times where like I would shake my head and be like, "That's not the David Tennant I know and love." He's just so creepy. And I wrote. We had to do. I was in a creative writing class this year, and David Tennant's portrayal of Kilgrave. I wrote a short story about it because I thought he was that good. I was like, I
think
love
he
this
deserved a
character so
nomination.
much. Yeah,
For a Golden
like
Globe.
or
I'm
an
surprised he
Emmy
didn't.
or even.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of ignore the Netflix stuff somewhat. But I mean.
Well, they don't ignore like Hulu and
I think Tenet was. I loved. We'll probably get into Daredevil at some point because either it'll be someone's favorite or honorable mention. I thought D'Onofrio was great as Kingpin, but I think Tenet is just that much better. But I do think the Netflix shows have the best villains out of the Marvel universe. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a great. I thought it dragged a little bit towards the end. I thought the last 3 episodes probably could have been
Shorter.
condensed, or even
Yeah.
condensed into like. I think it might have worked better as a 10 episode thing instead of 13.
I thought it was
but-
10 episodes. Then I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I still have like 3 episodes left.
but it was great. I mean, I binge watched it all in 2 days. I love it. All the characters, the storyline was great. But that's my favorite TV show of 2015.
skip me.
Skip you.
Skip me.
I'd have to do a flip flop. Daredevil and Jessica Jones.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Daredevil 2015 though?
Daredevil just
Yes.
Yeah, Daredevil.
It was? Okay.
That show blew my mind. That's probably my favorite Marvel thing that's ever come out. You know, stylistically,
That's how I feel about Jessica Jones.
Cinematography,
So we're
like,
we're there
everything
together about
that
Netflix
show.
shows.
Oh yeah.
But we just kind of reverse them a
Flip-flop,
little bit.
yeah.
but I
with-
agree with you.
He did mention something about Daredevil, the style of the cinematography, the way it looked, reminded me of Old Boy, and obviously there's a lot.
Well, the
of,
director even
Yeah.
straight up said it was influenced by.
Well, they
Old Boy.
took that sequence in
Oh, yeah,
episode
that
2,
hallway
right?
sequence,
Yeah, right.
But that's the best 8-minute.
All one cut,
however
all
long it
one
was,
track
all one
ex-
shot. Dude, that blew my mind the first time I watched it. I'm like, this is the greatest show I've ever watched after that scene.
Yeah, it was a great show. I like you binge watched, and I'm sure you did with Daredevil. I binge watched that
Daredevil actually, the funny thing is Daredevil I watched faster. I did it all in one day. But I think Jessica Jones, like, I want to save it. Like, there were times where, like, I was like, I can't watch it all right now because I love it so much that I want something to look forward to when I get home from work or school or something like that. So,
Right, yeah.
But I love them both. Don't get me wrong. It's like 1A, 1B, but I prefer Jessica Jones a little bit more. And I think it was mostly because of Tennant's Kilgrave.
Yeah, I mean, Kingpin
was awesome
was
too.
awesome.
Incredible.
I thought he did a great job. I haven't finished watching Jessica Jones, so I really can't even say.
Yeah.
But right now, Daredevil is really good.
What else happened this year with TV?
Mr. Robot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Mr.
great
Robot.
show. Shout out to Mr. Robot.
No,
Awesome
shout out.
show.
That's
your number
my-
one.
That's my number one.
Great show.
Absolutely.
And you know
love
what's
that
funny?
show.
I fell off that show and I was like, oh, this isn't that good. And then I remember you told me, you're like, you need to catch up because it was at a certain point where something crazy happened.
Yeah.
And then I caught up and I'm like, holy shit, this show is crazy.
And I can't wait for it to. And I'm so glad they're signed up for a second season.
They got signed up for a second season before the show even
Right.
got released.
Yeah, it's so good. It really. You guys, have you watched
I
it?
watched it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I still
it's
have
very
to. I mean, there's I want to watch it. It's just like so many TV games stuff that I
Yeah,
just
there's a lot.
couldn't get to it, but it's on my list.
Yeah, definitely recommend.
I like
recommend that
Rami
one.
Malik.
He was awesome.
He's
He got
what,
the nomination.
What else has he been in, Malik?
The Pacific.
Until Dawn.
All right, Until Dawn.
Yeah, he's in the game.
He was
right.
on a sitcom too that only lasted about 2 seasons.
Wasn't he?
He was like the gay best. He was the best friend who was gay, but in the closet because his parents were super strict and he was scared of his parents.
like
He's in,
OBJ.
he's in Need for Speed.
Like OBJ.
like Odell Beckham Jr.
That will soon-
Jesus.
Dude, that's coming out. Dude, you don't act that much of a hardo. Like, if,
Well,
if
I
you're
mean,
offended that much.
yeah, like
He
if
did
someone
spend
called
the
me
whole
gay right now, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't
he
know.
did spend that whole pregame getting threatened with a bat. So
I think that
I don't know.
added to it,
That's
but
an
I think
exag-
it's like,
psychologically he was fucked up.
yeah.
That guy he just can't handle that much.
I also want to make it very
also,
clear.
They're not going to
If
come
you
onto the
watch-
field
if you watch
with
the
a
video,
freaking bat.
That guy walked right up to him with the bat and
And, like,
pointed
started
at him.
swinging it,
And
yeah.
he was just standing there with the punter,
Yeah.
who I'm assuming was the punter.
Yeah.
And they were just standing there shooting the shit. This jackass, who's not even a fucking football player.
Was he in street clothes?
He's basically in street clothes. He's a practice squad scrub.
Yeah.
Walks up with a baseball bat and points it at him and starts talking shit. Fuck off. Just fuck. I hate
I
the
also-
Gi-
How can you be
I hate the
scared of that? It's not
Giants.
like he's going to come
I
back.
I
hate
also
the
want to
Giants,
make this
but-
very
Hit you with a
clear.
bat.
I think I'm also mad that OBJ didn't just pop that guy
Yeah.
in the face.
I wanna make
I know
this-
it's not the thing.
I didn't know
to do,
anything about this.
But my God,
Yeah.
I would have assaulted that guy back. 'Cause
I would
fuck
like
you. This isn't your
Yeah.
stadium.
I would like to make this clear. I don't care if OBJ is gay. I just
Oh,
think,
I don't
I thought
care
the
either.
reaction kind of leads me to believe that he is.
Oh, it's
and I
because-
think it'd be a great story if he did because like
He'd be a premier athlete.
he's a megastar, and I am an Eagles fan, so I hate the Giants with every ounce of my being. But when I watch OBJ, that kid is something special. Like freak athlete. He
yeah.
seems charming in interviews. That's why like when people started giving him shit for it, it's like yeah, he's young. He was rattled.
23.
Yeah, he was young. He was rattled. But he seems like a great person. He doesn't
Yeah.
seem like he gets into shit.
No, there's
It was
never.
definitely
and
a
there's
dirty
there's
play. It
no.
was after the whistle.
Yes,
It was definitely
he
a dirty
should be
play.
suspended for it, but I think that there are circumstances. I think the other guy should have been
Norman should have been suspended too.
But we're really on topic.
Welcome to
Well-
the Sportscast.
Well, I mean,
Let's keep going with this.
I want to say I love OBJ. As an Eagles fan, I love OBJ. I own him on all my fantasy teams. I think he's a great guy, and I just think it was wacky to like you said, bring out a baseball bat and stuff.
And the fact that they've been doing this all season, but the NFL, who
Allows it.
assaults the Patriots about deflated footballs, they're just letting them run around with a baseball bat.
Because they're the lovable Panthers right now.
Because they're the lovable Panthers, and
Yep.
Riverboat Ron
Dude,
comes out and he
I
goes,
fucking hate the Panthers.
He goes, "This is the no fun. This is
With
the
a
no fun
passion.
league."
For the record, you
I
can't
agree.
even fucking spin the ball at someone's feet and not get a taunting penalty, but you can swing a bat like you're fucking Sting,
before
lights
the
out in the
game.
impact zone, and you're gonna scorpion deathlock someone. That's okay.
That's fine.
Another-
no issue with that.
Another
one.
major issue is the refs did not take control of
It
that
was,
game.
They both should have been
what I
ejected,
found
like,
out.
second
What I
quarter.
found out, I didn't get to watch the game. All I saw was all the stuff
Yeah, I
afterwards.
was kind of updating
but
it
it was,
during it.
but it was Hockey Lee running it, and that doesn't surprise me.
Big tough guy.
The Muscles,
Mr. Muscles.
Mr. Muscles.
Dude, he was
he's-
probably like, yeah.
That's
let me
so. I
mix it
went
up.
to go
triple threat.
I went to
guys.
go
Let's
pick.
do
I went
this.
to pick up comics today, and I was talking to Jeff, the manager of Time Capsule,
Shout out.
and
I need to go
he
visit
didn't
him.
even really know anything about it, and he was like, "Oh well, it was Hockey League reffing it," and we just started making fun of Hockey League because this guy's a dope,
He is a
and he
dope.
clearly probably loved them fighting each other. But then Jeff did say to me, he goes, "Oh, you got suspended for the hit?" He's like, "It's the NFL. I thought he got suspended for his Christmas hair."
Is this podcast like live streaming? Because I just got followed by Marvel TV.
For real?
not live
Not like
streaming.
the Marvel TV, but like a fan group.
Fan
It's got like
Really?
45,000 followers though. So
Hey,
Nice.
tweet at them
Apparently
when
they
this
heard
when this episode goes up.
yeah. But yeah,
They heard us
I
talking
like
about
OBJ
Daredevil.
a lot, and it was a real
It's a shame
dumb
what
thing,
happened.
So is OBJ your favorite TV show?
yeah. No, Jessica Jones is my favorite
Oh,
TV.
okay.
Although OBJ is must-watch TV.
Yeah. He's definitely
Um,
must watch.
What about Game of Thrones season this year?
No thanks.
No thanks.
Liked it. It was good.
I
I thought
liked
was
it.
good. I don't think
But
it was the best.
I'm not counting it because it was not a new show.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
only
sure.
thinking
Oh,
in terms
I
of
do-
new
I
shows to
think
2015.
I
shows,
do
okay.
have an honorable mention that's not a new show, but when we get to honorable,
Which I guess
You didn't even-
eliminates Luther, but whatever. It was new to
you
me.
said Mr. Robot.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr.
No,
Robot.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say for
might be
me,
new.
Master of None and
I heard that's really good.
Limitless was good too.
I love that movie. I watched a couple episodes. I didn't not like it. I just so many shows that I can't keep up with all.
I can't stand him in Master. I could. It's
You can't. You don't like Aziz.
Aziz, man. He is just so irritating. I'm surprised you didn't say Ash. Ash and Evil Dead. There.
Ash versus Evil Dead. It's a good
Yeah.
show.
Ash vs Evil Dead.
It's not the best. It's an entertaining show. It's bloody and gory, and they swear every 2 seconds, and it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. It's Ash versus Evil Dead. It's everything you'd expect it to be.
Mm,
It's awesome.
crap.
No,
Yeah, so my honorable mention is a new season of a show, but it's Arrow season 4.
Yeah.
I think they regained. I wasn't big on. I didn't hate season 3
I'm
as much
so
as other
behind.
people did, but season 4 has recaptured that like season 2 greatness that they had.
Loved the mid-season finale ending.
Yeah,
I'm so behind.
Me too.
Loved
But
it.
I love Arrow, and Flash is great as always.
Yeah, Flash
I
is
mean
good.
that was great from the jump, and it just
Yeah.
hasn't stopped being great. So
I don't know if I started watching Buffy this year or it was last year, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the greatest show of all time.
yeah, that's
Is
a
that-
new show.
was
That
that
we're
this-
only
was
20
that
years
new?
late on that one.
No, I'm just saying I don't know if I started watching it this year or last year,
At
but I
least
think it was
Luther
this year.
started in
It doesn't
2010.
matter. It was not.
But it came out in 1997 and is the greatest show of all time.
Came out in yeah, guys.
This is our best and worst episode of
Late to
1997.
the party, but $6 million man.
I love. Remember MASH when that came out last
Yeah,
year?
that finale,
Remember.
incredible.
Matt.
Although
Anyways.
that's not my best. My best is Star Trek. Captain Kirk is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
If we were
Oh,
going to
what a
talk about
great
MASH,
show.
we could bring my dad on, and my dad could sit in and talk about MASH.
You
for
want to
about
do a dad's
4
episode?
Not at
of
all.
Talking about MASH, that'd be awesome.
So we got about 20 minutes for worsts of the worst.
Wow, this is
I say we just keep going.
Well, because
It's the new year. Fuck it.
Yeah,
well, like,
it's a basically we're encapsulating the year. So if we run a little late, we run a little late. Who cares?
worst video game.
Worst video game of 2015.
wow. I got one.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
You know what? I can't say Assassin's Creed. I didn't play it. It's probably like every other one, so maybe I did play it. But I'm gonna say Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5.
Did you play that?
I tried to play it.
Oh
on the
my god!
Yeah,
I
no
thought you
good.
were just saying it was bad because it was we were.
I mean, how can
it's
you?
Bad.
Have you seen it? Right.
I've seen it. Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And how you can it's so
You
glitchy.
can't- you
It's
can't
a
even
terrible.
do
I don't know
anything.
what the heck they were. Why'd they come out with that game? I don't even know. It's just it's pretty bad.
It looks like a PS2 Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it'd be
But Little
a great,
Wayne's in it.
It'd be a great.
Exactly.
It'd be a great.
That makes me want to buy
He's the
it.
best skater alive.
Be a great Tony Hawk game from a PSP. Like,
if that.
oh god, I can't even think of. Like the worst game I played that I guess I liked the least would have been The Order, but I don't think The Order was really that bad. I think people were just got way too beyond hype because it was like one of the first exclusives.
Didn't you stream
And-
that whole game?
Yeah.
Wasn't it mostly all like
Cutscene?
Cutscene?
Yeah, it was. That's it. It was a lot of
so,
cutscene.
it ordered you so much, it told you how to play it.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
It
You
needs
couldn't
to
play
be cutscenes need to be cut back because when you do like combat and stuff, it's actually
It
pretty
looked
fun.
cool.
It's
The
actually
graphics are
fun.
cool.
That stuff's
Yeah.
actually fun, but like
It looks scary.
it's like boom cutscene, but cutscene,
Yeah.
and it's like all right, this is fine when it's Metal Gear Solid 4 and it's 2 hours of cutscenes because that's about like 6 hours of gameplay in between, but Definitely too much cutscene.
So the order
For a
and-
story that they kind of muddle too. They have a good story, and then they fuck it up. What are you looking at?
No, I'm
What are you
just
showing him?
Nothing.
Is that Assassin's
It's
Creed?
not Assassin's Creed.
Oh, all
It
right.
should be Assassin's Creed, but that might be first.
So the order and Tony Hawk. Beauregard.
Mine's probably Destiny. Destiny Year 1 was this year. or
Destiny's
last year?
2014.
yeah, that was
Nah.
last.
Taken King was this
Wow.
year.
Right there.
Shit. I was gonna actually guess. I was thinking that too.
Then I guess mine's more along the lines of Tom, where it's like I didn't hate this game, but it's the one I played the least of, which is Final Fantasy Type 0.
Yeah, oh, man, I was so excited.
I
for
ended
that
up-
game, too.
You were excited for that.
I was pumped for it, and I liked the game. I never beat it.
You got it more for the demo, right?
Because no, I
For
got it for
15?
the game. I got it for the game, but I ended up playing the demo. I have in a Final Fantasy 15 demo. I have 40 hours.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Of gameplay that doesn't matter.
and I have 25 hours
Type
on
0.
Type 0. So it's not that I don't like Type 0. It's just every time I go to play Type 0, I'm like, hey, Final Fantasy 15's right there. I should play that. So that's why I love Type 0, and I don't think it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. It's just I ended up playing 15 instead. Gio.
I already went.
Tony Hawk.
Tony
Oh,
Hawk.
yeah, he was
Tony Hawk.
talking.
I honestly
Speaking
have
of
no
not
idea.
listening.
I don't think I played enough games to have a worst.
Did you watch
Well,
Telltale's Game of Thrones?
No.
Telltale Game of Thrones was really bad.
From the episode 1 stream that I did. Just very
Cody comes
slow.
breaking in the
so
Telltale.
talking like,
You would think he works for Telltale.
Like, I'm going to play it and finish it. I mean, I don't feel that bad because I only spent like $4 on the thing. But like, I want to see if it picks up its pace a little bit. But that was really slow paced, even for something that's Game of Thrones based. Like, The Walking Dead season 1, I don't remember being that slow. And this is like, holy crap.
I tried to watch you play it.
It's tough. I couldn't watch myself play it because then they would cut, and then it would be like, oh, here we are back in King's Landing with this daughter who's super boring. Guess she's just like Sansa because she's so boring.
No
And
personality.
The story, well, not even no personality. Like I'm sure the character is fine, but her story is not appeasing. It was appeasing when Tyrion gets involved, but oh man, rough. Is it on there?
It's third on the list.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
makes
it was on the
sense.
list I was just looking at.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I honestly, I have no idea. Like, what came out this year that I bought that was bad? I have no idea.
like I don't know. I buy.
What about, not necessarily at your ball, but what about just playing or seeing? I mean, overall.
I mean, Halo 5 is on this list, but that doesn't make sense.
How about
That
the
was a
Master
great
Chief
game.
Collection?
I could see Halo 5.
Yes,
I
there
could
we
see
go.
Halo
Master
5
Chief
being on it.
Collection is the biggest piece of shit I have ever bought in my life.
You couldn't even freaking. It was
I
unplayable.
couldn't even play that game.
By the time I got that game, it was completely playable, so I love it.
See, but I was just so pissed off. I didn't even want to play it anymore because I was just so pissed off at it. And Dyer would be like, "Oh, they fixed it," and I'd be like, "Yes!" And I'd get on and start playing.
Me and Dyer played it for like 3 days straight.
And we
at
still
one point.
couldn't get into a game, and I was like, "This is terrible, dude." So that's my worst of 2015. I was very, very angry.
Halo 5, I think, disappointed people.
Why did it disappoint?
I think multiplayer.
Well,
I think story wise, it did.
It goes, yeah, story wise.
Yeah.
It's not multiplayer, story wise.
Multiplayer is like the best
I'm not
it's
the
been in a
biggest
while.
Halo fan, but I played all of them pretty much. I don't think I finished 2, but I played all the other ones. And story wise, it was kind of a letdown from the other ones.
Yeah.
'Cause it's still like, it's not 343's
Somebody-
game.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
there. It's you can always just feel like it's somebody else's thing. Like you can still feel that it's Bungie's thing, and it's like, oh yeah, here we are. We're caretaking this story.
Mhm.
And I wonder if Star Wars doesn't feel that way because
The
of like
multiplayer
Kathleen Kennedy.
is exceptional though.
Is it? I didn't play. See, by the time
The best since Halo 2.
Kylo
I'd say.
Ren.
by the time I went to go play that multiplayer, I picked up Battlefront and started playing Battlefront because Battlefront's multiplayer is so easy to just drop in and drop out.
Yeah.
It's fun to play that. Yeah.
I've been playing Heroes and Villains a lot.
Heroes and
because it's
Villains.
awesome.
I have a nomination for worst game or.
I haven't done
I'll hear it.
I haven't nominated.
I'll
You'll hear it?
allow it.
I'll hear it.
Shh, all right.
We'll allow it.
Evolve.
You didn't just. Oh.
I'll allow it.
Is it because you lost that one time?
No, fuck you, Tom. Okay. You beat us once at PAX. I get it. Okay, you'll never do it again because we'll never fucking play the game because it's terrible.
1-0.
Terrible.
1,000 winning percentage.
Terrible. It's a terrible game. I played I played it at PAX. Fuck you, Tom. And then I played the beta or whatever demo, and it was just boring.
Yeah.
Boring. It was just so boring.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have charged $60 for that game.
No, it felt like such a short. I don't know. It was just a bad game. Anyways, any other
disappointing games?
No. Anyone play Battlefield Hardline?
No. I got the demo.
I liked the beta.
Story for that was pretty good, actually.
The campaign.
Yeah, the campaign was actually
Campaign.
pretty cool.
I liked the beta a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play the multiplayer at all, but the campaign was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was kind of like an action cop movie, which I guess is lethal. I've never seen Lethal Weapon, so is it
What?
lethal,
How
is it
have you
Lethal
never
Weapon?
seen? I'm shocked.
I've never seen Lethal Weapon.
I bet you
should
Beauregard
watch
has.
Lethal
I would
Weapon.
absolutely.
Lethal
I would love.
Awesome.
Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie, so
No, I thought it was Die Hard.
no, both of them.
Ah, fuck.
both
they
of
both
them
suck.
are. Die Hard does not suck.
I
sir.
fucking hate you.
Die Hard is the greatest.
Worst human beings for 2015. Gio.
Because I hate action movies, which encapsulates the 80s.
Gio just went above Dyer for me.
That's 2 votes.
So I'm not getting voted off this island.
You're in the Hall of Fame.
What's next? Worst
tribe
movies?
has spoken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
worst
worst
movies. And I thought about this afterward, right when Gio said that I was going to find something I didn't like. Terminator Genesis.
Oh yeah, I heard that's
Even
really
with
bad.
what's her name in it?
She sucks in it. She's one of the
Wait,
worst.
we're
She's
gonna be
one of-
clear about this. Amelia Clark sucks in everything.
Yeah,
She's I love her.
She's the same character in
yeah,
everything.
her facial expressions don't change. Again,
she brings nothing to the role of Sarah.
She seems
Sarah
like a
Connor.
great person.
I think
she's fine on Game of Thrones, I guess.
She's
but even
she's
like
fine.
facial
I
expressions.
think
yeah.
she's
beautiful.
fine,
I think
yeah.
she's beautiful.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to like degrade women to that point.
Okay,
right?
she's being degraded. I think she's beautiful.
Like, Daisy Ridley, that's not why I love you. I mean, you are beautiful, but you're a charming person as well, from all I could tell.
I'll still fight him for you.
You want this kid judging women on their looks, Daisy Ridley.
Can you
I
introduce
never
me
said
to
anything.
Can you introduce me to John Boyega?
I don't
feel like we'd be good
I
friends.
feel like I'd
Oh,
like to hang out with
he's
John
cool
Boyega
shit,
too.
man.
we,
He
we'd be
seems
good
like-
friends. Me, him, and Gio will go get a drink.
Shout out
one
to
of these-
Attack the Block. Great movie with John Boyega.
Yeah, so while those guys are fighting, me, Gio, and John will go get a beer.
Beer.
I feel like it'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm. Beer me.
Daisy Ridley, I love you. And I would also ask Adam Driver to be my best man at our wedding, Mrs. Ridley.
So you guys are married.
I'll take Daisy Ridley's name. If that's what it takes, I'll be Eric Ridley. Don't care.
That actually sounds.
I'm gonna
nice.
put your lower third as
that
Eric
sounds-
Ridley.
That sounds pretty good, actually. That
It sounds like
Change
a
it
made
right
up
there,
movie
though.
target.
Yeah.
It does.
Leave it as Eric.
I'll bring it up again and it'll say Eric Ridley.
Oh man,
No, fuck that. I want to be
Too late.
Michael Ridley.
Michael
No,
Ridley.
the joke was so good. I've won Daisy Ridley over. You're not a prize though. You're a woman. You're way better than me. Let's be clear. I'm shooting for the stars here, but I'm here.
Maybe you should
And I'm
ask her on
available.
a prom date. That seems to work. You should. We'll make up a prom.
I don't go to high school.
right here. Right here.
We'll set this place up like a prom.
If you ever want to come on the podcast via Skype, though, that'd be amazing.
What are we talking about?
Worst movies.
My future wife.
Daisy Ridley, I guess. We can title this
I got
episode
one.
"A Plea
What?
for Daisy Ridley."
Have you gone?
I
Tom?
like that. That's the name of the episode.
A plea for Daisy Ridley. I said Terminator.
or
Genesis.
Eric and
Terminator.
Daisy sitting in a tree.
That's
That's a good one too.
no.
That's a good episode.
I have
You're
one.
just jealous
the
because I
movie
thought of it first.
Pixels.
Okay.
Did you actually see it?
I will not go see it.
No,
It looks so bad.
Let's pick movies we saw.
Yeah, it does
Let's
look
go
really
with
bad.
what we saw though.
Oh come on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're not gonna sit here and make fun of Adam Sandler.
It'd be easy.
Waterboy
But-
makes him live on forever.
Oh man.
trying
Then
to
we're gonna have to move on from
Billy
me.
Madison.
What about? I haven't seen it. I was gonna say the asinine
Oh,
motion picture they call 50 Shades of Grey.
well, hang on.
I did see it,
Hang on.
and although it's a
Best
horrible
TV
movie,
shows: Man in the High Castle. Wow,
Got some good
forgot
scenes
about
in there.
that one.
that's what I'm gonna say.
What is
You
it?
Forget about that.
I just was thinking about everything
I
else.
thought
Man
for
in the
sure
High
you were
Castle
gonna say
was-
it, and then when you didn't, I was like, okay. Let's
Wait,
just move
Luther
on.
is so fresh
What'd you
in my
say?
brain. Man in the High Castle.
haven't seen.
Forgot to mention that as the best TV show.
When did
Back-
what
back
what
to
they
these
do in the
movies.
shadows come out?
We're on movies.
What we do in the shadows.
I'm sorry. We're gonna go flashback. I'm flashing fucking back. What is it called?
What We Do in the
What we do
Shadows.
in the shadows.
Great
Have
movie.
you seen that? Oh, who
Is
the heck
Daisy
is
Ridley in it?
It's
Oh, my
a
God.
Funny or Die film. It's like it's about like
No,
a bunch
I
of
haven't.
vampires living in this house.
Shaking my ball now.
It's hilarious.
Haven't seen it.
I see
It's really funny.
that. Cute.
Baschetti.
Baschetti. Oh my
okay.
God.
So those movies.
Watch the movie. So worst movie. You're gonna have to move on. Sorry, I need to do research.
I don't know.
There was a movie.
I don't know. Oh, the new Poltergeist.
Yes.
Fucking
Okay.
atrocious.
You actually
Did you
went to
see it?
that?
I was trying
Yes.
to think of the horror
Why?
movie.
Terrible.
Oh.
He got
Where'd
it
you
for
go?
free. He got it for free at his house.
We won't say how. Yeah, no, that's.
Daisy Ridley, you're really gonna thieves.
Hey,
I paid to see your movie twice.
Amelia
Hey,
Clark.
I'm gonna pay to see it I'm gonna drive like an hour and a half to go see that movie at a 70mm theater.
I'm gonna go too. So who cares?
I invented 70 millimeters. Anyways, yeah, Poltergeist for me.
Poltergeist. Yeah.
Where were you going
Terrible.
with that one?
Terrible.
He has a 70mm wiener.
I guess so.
It's actually not an insult.
Wiener, Daisy.
Now it's all about that now. Okay. All right.
I don't actually.
what did you say?
normally insult people.
Poltergeist. That was really bad.
Okay. Did
Terrible
you already
movie.
have a bad one?
You fell asleep during Poltergeist.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I have a worst movie of 2015.
What?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Why?
I dislike the majority of that movie.
But what do you dislike about it?
Ultron's a terrible villain in the movie.
He's voice acted perfectly.
No. The Vision was
you hear the
not,
silence in this room. It's
Vision was not nearly as cool as people try to make him out to seem.
God.
They ruined Quicksilver.
I agree with that.
Quicksilver. We all know.
Spoiler,
but
I
this
think
is
they
also-
killed him too fast.
This is also coming from. Oh, you didn't see that coming? Fuck you.
You know what? I think I don't know.
He gets too much slack for that stuff.
Who's
Just that people are just willing to be okay with him doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Josh Whedon.
that's a Whedon
When he
thing.
when he
People
when,
die.
when he
King of
gets
the
his-
Nerds.
when he gets
Don't
to
talk shit
pose-
about Whedon.
That movie. That movie sucks.
right there. There it is. It's just like, oh man, he pisses me off with shit like that. Everyone knows you're gonna do it.
I didn't know Quicksilver was gonna die.
No,
Civil
but, like,
War
it's
already
just 'cause
looks
it's
like a
him.
better Avengers movie.
Oh, I
And it's
agree.
not an Avengers
I think it
movie.
looks
And
awesome.
It's not
Right.
exactly. We all know I'm a DC guy, but I like Marvel movies. I just said earlier that I
Well,
love
DC
Guardians.
doesn't know how to make movies. They make shows.
You're wrong.
No.
Man of Steel was great. I would
one
rather.
movie.
I would. Dark Knight Rises,
Okay.
Batman Begins.
No, you're right. Dark Knight Rises was terrible. But
No, it wasn't. I would
Definitely was.
rather watch Dark Knight Rises 10 times in a row than have to sit through 10 minutes of
So you've
Avengers: Age
named-
of
No
Ultron.
way.
So you've named a Batman movie and a Superman movie, and that's it, right? There
Okay.
are- yeah. Batman versus Superman looks horrible.
It looks awesome.
No way. No way.
Captain America looks better.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It really doesn't.
Oh my goodness.
We will agree to disagree.
We will agree to disagree. I'm just telling you, but in
It just
my
sucks
opinion,
when you know you're right.
you don't know you're right because you haven't seen the movie.
We'll see what movie? Batman v Superman? Yeah, no.
You don't
You
need
were
to see
ready
it
to
because
just
it's in the whole trailer.
No, you were ready to just call the worst movie a movie you didn't see. You form opinions way too fast.
No, it just looks terrible. The whole trailer displayed the whole movie for some reason. It was too much.
Terrible.
It looks bad.
I
What's your
want it to be
opinion?
good. I said this in the podcast last time. I want it to be good, so I have high hopes. But I think Captain America is going to be good better.
I
I
don't
stopped
care
listening
about
to you
Captain
guys.
America.
Okay.
All
I
right.
stopped listening to you guys a while ago.
What's next?
What's next?
Worst TV shows.
Worst TV shows.
Haven't watched
That one's
the season
tougher
of
because
Gotham.
I just we could probably just skip this one because
Yeah, but why would anyone watch a TV show that they hate?
you got to watch
At
the
least one
first couple of
episode.
episodes to see if you
Yeah.
like it or not.
I guess you're right. Nothing.
Haven't watched Gotham this year.
Gotham was good.
I just
Gotham's
don't-
been good this year.
Gotham's mine, but not because I just didn't like the first season, so I didn't watch the second season. So.
Right. The
It's not
second
like-
season.
I think
is
the season
very-
one finale blew it for me.
It did. Well, it actually
The
killed
whole-
off an important character to make season 2 good.
Yeah, that's true.
Fish Mooney was terrible.
Terrible.
Watch it because
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
watch it because I got to the Fish Mooney was not my problem with that show. My problem was Balloon Man episode 3, and I'm not gonna watch it
I don't think they had a direction
because you know how Batman's gonna beat all his villains in that show. Just wait for them to die off of old age because he's fucking 40 years younger than all of them.
Yeah.
No, he's not. The Penguin.
Not Penguin. He's only 20 years younger
Not
than
Penguin.
Penguin.
Not the Riddler. Who Who else is in that? Mr. Freeze is going to be in it.
Jesus.
He actually looks really cool. Who else?
Yep.
Fuck you, Arnold.
Catwoman. She's not. She's.
That's the only one they got right.
Nobody.
No,
Just
it's
me?
not the only
I would
one.
rather watch
He
that
looks
as a Catwoman
Poison
show.
Ivy.
He looks
Poison
cool.
Ivy is the same. You got to watch it. I'm telling you.
I'm not going to.
Oh, you're doing yourself a disservice, Mr. DC.
That's not a DC show to me. It is not.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. What's a show that I watched that was bad? Like an episode. I tried watching Mad Men, which I'm gonna get a bunch of shit for this, but I wasn't impressed. And it wins like every award. But I watched like the first episode and it was okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just not enough time.
Yeah. I think I gotta give it a couple more episodes.
I've never cared about Breaking Bad.
Oh my god.
I
That
never
show is
got into it.
fucking amazing.
Grandfathered.
It's funny. Makes me chuckle. Puts a smile on my face.
Oh, Miss Uncle Jesse.
It's one of those shows that I watch because it's just like something to put on and like just watch and laugh. I don't think it's like a good show by any means.
I'm glad you
But-
brought up Uncle Jesse because this brought me to This Isn't Full House.
Didn't a Full House teaser come out?
Yeah, Fuller
Yeah,
House.
Fuller House.
Fuck that. I'm changing my best show from Jessica Jones to Girl Meets World.
What?
Oh my god.
That's a fucking leap.
I
Holy shit.
love that
That's a
show.
bold choice, Cotton.
It's gonna pay off. I love that show.
Let's see if it pays
so much.
It's a pretty good show.
I like Jessica Jones better, obviously. That was a joke. But I mean, honorable mention to Girl Meets World.
Haven't watched it.
Phenomenal. I'm only 22 years old, and it makes me want kids because they're adorable.
Well,
what a fucking lie, right, Gio?
What? My kid. If there's one person who hates kids, it's Daddy Gio.
my kids are adorable. Go fuck yourselves.
That's what
Except-
everyone says
except
about their
when
own
they-
kids.
Throw things at your head at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, because
That one time.
Elijah's got.
It's because they hear you talk
he's got
shit on
Roger-
DC all the time. They're like,
You almost died.
that's gonna be awesome when Elijah's just like Marvel sucks.
You know what though? I am a DC guy, despite what you think.
You sure show it
No, I am. I do.
with your unwavering loyalty.
Hey,
No, I won't be.
shout out to Cody for leading all Celtic scorers tonight with 20 points. And if you don't get that joke, can we put a comparison shot of Cody and Kelly
You
Olynyk?
should, if we can, like
Down,
put two
'cause-
pictures together, because that'd be awesome.
Because Cody and Kelly.
Because
Olynyk
Cody
are the
doesn't
same
think he
person.
looks like this guy, but he
Oh
does.
no, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hosting a party at a bar on New Year's Eve.
Who is?
Kelly Olynyk or
Oh, Cody.
Line.
I thought you meant Cody. I'm like, what?
Cody's a kind of a big deal. I don't know if you know that.
He's a Boston Celtic. He's a token white guy. Come on.
So we're over the hour.
Well, I think we're about.
I think
I
we
got
did our
nothing
best
else.
and worst. I think we covered them all.
I think we might be real quick just to wrap it up. What's something you're looking forward to in 2016? It could be anything.
I want to do that, and I also want to do a New Year's
A group page
resolution of Locked from the Other Side. What we want to, what we expect to do,
picture. We're all gonna dab.
Just this.
some expectations we want to do for the new year.
The New Year's.
Okay, so we'll go around.
Go me last.
Something you're looking forward to.
This requires some thought. I can't handle this.
what's a game? TV
I'm looking
show?
for
Yeah.
looking forward to Uncharted.
There we go.
Uncharted, delayed, and then delayed. Uncharted, the delayed game of the year.
The delayed Thief's End.
Yeah. Wait, hey. You know,
But it's only a month this time, so
I'm looking forward to The Revenant, which comes out next week, and
2016.
Yeah, January 8th it comes out.
Fuck that. It was
2016.
just under 2015 movies when you were looking at it.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that,
because
was
you know why?
delayed.
Because the
That-
limited release.
And
Yeah.
Captain America. Games, I don't know. Star Wars came out, so God can take me.
I
now.
can't think of
I'm
any
all set.
games. 2016.
Oh, you
other
didn't
than
have to do
Uncharted.
it in category. It was just something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
for
just Captain America, really.
This is gonna shock the people at home based
And-
on that conversation 5 minutes ago. But Batman versus Superman. God, Ben Affleck's so awesome as Batman.
I agree with that. I think he's gonna be the best part about that movie.
I can't wait till that movie comes
You know what
out.
would make that movie better? Daisy Ridley.
It would make that movie better.
Can we go back in time and make
As
Daisy
Batman.
Ridley
Let's
Wonder Woman? Also,
Let's reshoot that movie with Daisy Ridley.
shout out to my boy Adam Driver because he's going to be killing it with 2 franchises pretty soon when they cast him as Nightwing.
He does. He would make a great Nightwing.
So
Tom,
I just said Uncharted.
He said
Uncharted. Gio,
Shit, I can't.
You're looking forward to shit.
Yeah, well.
what games are coming out next year?
I don't know.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted.
just gonna repeat what he says.
Persona 5.
Persona 5. Woo! I'm looking forward to that too.
Final Fantasy 15 allegedly.
Supposedly fitting.
Final Fantasy 7 Episode 1 remake.
Which is fucking stupid. That's just dumb.
They're releasing it episodically.
Yeah, they're releasing it episodically.
That's kind of dumb.
I don't.
What the
I don't.
fuck?
I don't like Final Fantasy that much, but I just think that's dumb. Just put the whole game out, you stupids.
Yeah.
I do love Final Fantasy. 7's not my favorite, but I will replay it.
I like 10.
But I'm not into this idea where I'm going to get 10 hours of a game and then a year and a half later get another 10 hours.
Yeah,
That's pretty stupid.
That's a money grab, is what that is.
No, that's we announced this game way too early to get people hyped.
Yeah.
And now they can't wait till 2025 for this game, so let's give them pieces. Sorry, I just hit the microphone.
Stop it.
That's good.
When does Below come out?
Oh, it's supposed to be 2016, but they put that game back like 2 years.
Really, that far?
I played that in 2014 at PAX, which was an awesome game.
Also, shout out to Rogue One.
Yes,
I'm done, actually.
Rogue
Oh
One.
yeah, that's going to be an
That's gonna be
exciting,
awesome.
rollicking adventure.
What about NX?
No thanks.
I'm
Okay.
excited.
Okay.
Did someone? Did you guys hear?
What's going on?
Did you heard that?
What did you hear?
I sound like
I'm excited for NX.
I'm looking forward.
I want to
it,
see what
actually.
they're doing to NX. What they're doing with NX.
I think that system is going to make or break Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I'm probably going to get that one.
If they announce it with a real
Zelda?
controller,
And a real controller.
I'll buy it.
Because I think they're finally learning from their mistakes.
Yeah.
What the?
What are you
Anyways,
I found a drunk Eric video on my phone. Moving on.
Not me.
that's mine is the NX.
Okay.
I think that's 2016.
doing? Yeah, it's supposed to come out 2016.
What's your problem? What's the issue? Because I said Nintendo?
Why are you getting your hopes up?
I didn't say Silent Hills, okay?
You have a better chance.
that's a
yeah.
PS.
There's a better chance
That's
that Silent
probably
Hills
going to
will
be
come
the
out.
Kojima franchise.
And that's a
It's
PS4
him and Del
exclusive.
Toro.
PS4 exclusive Silent Hills.
Fuck.
That's
Do I have-
it's not
I will
gonna be
buy a
called
PS4
Silent
for that
Hills,
game.
but It's going to be whatever Silent Hills was, just not called Silent Hills.
Probably.
So you have a better chance of that than NX being anything worth playing.
You know what? I hate 2016 already.
And it hasn't even started. It's
So
still
some Locked from the Other Side
8 days away.
resolutions. We plan to
do stuff actually.
do
for
stuff
once.
this year. Some Let's
I'll
Plays.
believe it when I see it. Am
We
I
need
right, guys?
We need more Telltale games.
We got a blog started.
Oh, Cody, are you?
Called LFTOS, the blog.
The blog.
The link will be in the description.
description.
In the belows.
LFTOS.
Go watch my
The Blob.
Go read my Star Wars blog that's available right now.
Star Wars.
The Blob.
So yeah, we'll try and do some Let's Plays this year, and just try and do some cool
Make some
stuff.
videos.
Go watch
Some
my
videos.
prom proposal
We're gonna try.
video to
We're
Daisy
gonna try
Ridley.
to have some guests on because we had Brett
Daisy Ridley.
McLeod on last week or 2 weeks ago. We're
Last
gonna
week.
try to get some more guests on.
Last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah,
I don't
it was
know.
last week. Where the hell you been? Well, 2 weeks
No,
ago.
2 weeks
I wasn't
ago.
It
even
was
here.
2
and I
weeks
know.
ago.
I disagree.
Because we
He's
skipped a
gonna-
week.
I'm gonna check the YouTube.
We skipped the Thanksgiving week.
That's just
not
gonna tell
last
me when
week.
it posted.
I don't know.
Whatever. Last show.
Whatever. We're gonna have more guests. We got one. We got one in the works right now.
That's about it.
Do we?
That's about that. Yeah, you were here for the conversation.
Oh,
It's not Daisy Ridley. Don't get your hopes up.
we should.
I'll try.
Can you go back and cut it on? Do we?
She doesn't have a Twitter.
What else do we want to
Okay,
do?
I'll figure it out.
John Boyega. We should get John Boyega has Twitter. That guy will do anything.
The guy fucking shows up everywhere, doesn't
Yeah.
He does.
That
show
would
That's
be
all he
Oh
does.
my God.
Goddamn amazing.
All he does is wander
Dude,
around and pop
My
out
life
of
would be
places.
complete at that point.
I'd quit this show.
Me too.
I'm like, John Boyega, do you need a personal assistant? Also, can you introduce me to Daisy Ridley?
he? Oh my goodness.
So yeah, Christmas is 2 days away.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Crispness.
Merry Christmas.
We did a podcast for you. On
I need to
Hanukkah,
go
no
to
less.
bed.
Yeah. You need to go to bed.
I need to go to bed. 6 a.m. Wake up, blast chest and tries. Let's go. God,
we
I'm
doing
not
a
looking
podcast
forward
next
to
week?
that.
We can try.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We'll
Alright.
see.
Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Do all the stuff. Subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Do everything.
Subscribe.
Locked from the Other Side. Have a good New Year.
New Year.
Merry Christmas to
Everyone
all, and to all, good night.
Should we
Especially you, Daisy.
Happy Kwanzaa, Canada.
Canada's
Days Ridley, I will still fight Beauregard for you.
I already won with my charming personality.
game over.
Are you going to do the ending thing?
I did. I said Merry Christmas to all.
Oh, I thought you were going to do your good morning, good afternoon.
No, we're ending on the Daisy Ridley thing. It's a holiday episode.
Oh, okay. Peace.